During one exhausting workout session, Jason got infuriated about his sweaty t-shirt that kept sticking to his body and interrupting his reps. But on the other hand, Jimmy was way more comfortable in his dry-fit Under Armour t-shirt, having the best time of his life. Now, you might be wondering, who the hell are Jason and Jimmy? What matters is the sorcery Under Armour uses on their gear to make them the perfect gift for every athlete. How is it so good that even The Rock decided to partner up with them? No, not this Rock. I meant Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the bald guy with big muscles from almost every Hollywood movie. Yeah, he's not just about raising eyebrows and flexing muscles, he's also rocking some serious gear through his own line called Project Rock with Under Armour. It helps athletes train harder, sweat smarter, and look cooler. But what's the secret sauce behind these t-shirts? How do they go from a simple idea to the ultimate workout wear? Let's find out. The design room. Every great t-shirt starts with an idea. Every awesome Under Armour t-shirt begins in the design room. We don't really know what makes them think about some fascinating ideas. They gotta think about everything from the color to the fit to make it perfect. This is where those bold, powerful colors that scream, "I'm here to dominate," comes from. But it's not just about colors and patterns. Designers also think about how the t-shirt will fit and feel. It must pass the comfort test before going into production. If the answer is no, then it's back to the drawing board. Choosing the right fabric. This isn't your average t-shirt. Now, you can't just make a performance t-shirt out of any old fabric. Under Armour is all about making sure their t-shirts do more than just look cool. They need to be tough, breathable, stretchy, and most importantly, able to handle serious sweat. After all, if it's good enough for Dwayne Johnson, it's gotta be pretty hardcore, right? Ever wonder why some workout shirts leave you feeling drenched while others keep you dry and comfortable? There's actually a science behind it, and Under Armour has cracked the code. Now, let me break it down for you. Ever heard of moisture wicking? It's a fancy term for fabric that pulls sweat away from your skin, keeping you dry even during your sweatiest workouts. This is a big deal for athletes because no one wants to feel like they've jumped into a swimming pool after running a few miles. Under Armour actually revolutionized the sportswear industry by introducing moisture wicking fabrics, and it's still one of the key features of their t-shirts today. And let's not forget about stretching. Whether you're reaching for that last rep or sprinting to the finish line, you need a t-shirt that moves with you. Under Armour uses fabrics with just the right amount of stretch, so you're never restricted. Hired by NASA. Yeah, you heard that right. Under Armour's advanced moisture wicking and heat managing fabrics borrow principles from technology developed from astronauts. Originally, this kind of fabric tech was designed to regulate temperature in spacesuits, keeping astronauts comfortable in the extremes of outer space. Cutting the fabric, the big fabric puzzle. So they've chosen the fabric. What's next? It's time to cut it up. A factory floor with giant rolls of fabric, kind of like those huge paper towel rolls your mom buys when she's hosting a big barbecue. Machines take these rolls and cut them into pieces that will eventually make up your t-shirt. It's like putting together a puzzle, but with really sharp blades. These cutting machines are so precise, they could practically slice a tomato without squishing it. The machines are programmed to cut the fabric in a way that minimizes waste. This means every piece is used as efficiently as possible. The cutting process is super fast too. It's like Gordon Ramsay chopping onions, fast and efficient. They can cut hundreds of pieces in just a few minutes. Well, it's gotta be fast, because when you're making gear for athletes who are always on the move, there's no time to waste. You've seen those cool designs and logos on Under Armour gear, but do you know how they make sure they stay put even after countless washes? The answer is surprisingly high tech, and we're about to show you. Remember The Rock's iconic bull logo? Well, this is where it comes to life. There's a process called screen printing, which basically is like stamping the design onto the fabric. They use a giant stencil to make sure everything is just right. And then the design is carefully printed. If you've ever tried to make your own t-shirt at home and ended up with ink smudges everywhere, just know these machines do it way better. It's not just about looking cool. Just remember, there's a lot more going on than meets the eye. Stitching it all together, speed and precision. Now comes the part where all the pieces come together. This is where those high-tech sewing machines and super skilled humans step in. They stitch the sleeves, join the front and back, and add all the other special features. If you've ever wondered how these seams look so perfect, it's because these machines, well, they don't mess around. Imagine if every time you wore your Under Armour shirt, it was like being hugged by a team of experts who want you to succeed. Weird analogy? Well, maybe, but that's kind of what's happening. And yeah, they've even got special machines that sew in those tiny details, like mesh panels to keep you cool or reflective strips so you can run safely at night. It's like every part of the t-shirt has been engineered to help you perform your best. Quality control. Nothing gets past these guys. Hold up. Just because the t-shirt is stitched doesn't mean it's ready for game day. Before anything leaves the factory, the quality control team makes sure every single t-shirt that leaves the factory is ready to handle whatever challenge anybody throws at it. Whether it's an average corporate worker doing his weekly workout sessions, or the 6'5" Hollywood hunk lifting hundreds of pounds daily. The final touch, adding the Under Armour logo, the stamp of quality. You know that Under Armour logo that you see on the sleeve or the chest? There's a reason why that little Under Armour logo is more than just a brand mark. It's a stamp of quality that goes through a pretty strict process. But why is it so important? It's not just there to look cool, it's a stamp of approval. This is the final touch that turns a regular t-shirt into an Under Armour t-shirt. It means that this shirt has been tested, approved, and is ready to take on whatever you throw at it. Packing and shipping off to athletes around the world. After all the designing, cutting, printing, sewing, and quality checking, the t-shirts are finally ready to make their way to stores around the world. They get folded, packed into boxes, and loaded onto trucks. From there, they travel to stores and straight to your door, ready for their next adventure. Now, go run up a mountain through a thunderstorm. This t-shirt ain't backing down unless you are. So there you have it. Now you know how Under Armour t-shirts are made, from the first sketch to the final stitch. It's a process that involves high-tech machines, skilled people, and a lot of attention to detail. And hey, if it's good enough for The Rock, it's definitely good enough for you. So next time you slip on that Under Armour shirt, just remember you're wearing something that's been through an epic journey. And maybe, just maybe, it'll inspire you to push a little harder, run a little faster, and train a little tougher. What other behind-the-scenes secrets do you want to know? Drop a comment below, smash that like button, and subscribe for more cool videos. See you next time, champions.